guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing favorites. Been a long time since I've done a favorites video, so I thought I'll do one today. So without further ado, let's get cracking. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'm actually sick. Like, I'm actually really sick. I just took my medication so I can film this video, so I'm feeling a little bit weird right now. Let's begin with skincare. So my first skincare product is this Acne Cream, and I have no idea where you can get this cream except for the place where I do my facials at, because I got it from them and it doesn't have a brand or anything. It's just this white container that says Acne Cream. So initially when I received it, I felt like this is such a dubious item, but it was kind of expensive. It was like $85 for this small little tub here, so I was like, huh? But once I used it, I really like it, and it is now one of my holy grail products. I actually just got it about 2 weeks ago, and I have been using it and loving it ever since then. It's basically like a healing cream for your acne, but it also has concealing properties. So when you open it up, it looks like a concealer, it looks like a foundation. I think it looks more like a foundation because of the texture. Like, concealers tend to be more thick. This one's a little bit thinner, but I really like it because it has really good coverage, and I feel like it really does improve my acne and my skin problems and my pimples and spots and everything. And I feel like it really dries it up. So instead of putting it all over your face, just put it on the spots. And I use a little bit of product only. Like, I've never put my finger directly onto the product, like the tub, before. I always just use what's on the lid, like what's over here, and I just sort of dab my finger, because you really don't need a lot of product with this. And I feel like right now I can't really show you a very good demo of how the product works, but when I just finished my facials, I'm not sure if you guys experience the same thing, but every time I'm done with facial, my face is just full of spots, like red dots all over, and I really hate that. But this really conceals every single red spot, and I just look like I have flawless face. Obviously it doesn't really conceal those pimples that are like popping out, but like spots and everything, this really covers it well. Unfortunately, I have seriously no idea where you can get it except for a place where I did my facials, so I will put down like the shop name and everything down in the description box below, so if you're interested you can call them and order one for yourself. Okay, so my next skincare product is a toner, and it is the Herbs Farm Clarifying Facial Toning Mist. So I actually did a review of the Herbs Farm's like oily to combination skin range from Black Box, so if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description box. But I've been using this toner and I've been loving it. First of all, I love toners with what is it called? Spray nozzle. I love a toner with a spray nozzle because it's really easy. You don't have to use cotton pad. You just spray it on your face. And this is a really good toner for people with oily skin because it helps to balance out the oils and the pH levels in your skin to help control your skin from producing excessive oils, etc. So I've been really liking this. I've been using it every single day, and whenever I have a fresh pimple and I pop it, I always use this to like kind of cleanse it for a couple of times because I don't want it to get infected or anything. And I feel like it really does a good job because I don't see like, ever since I started using this to clean the freshly popped pimples, I don't see any like bacteria spreading around my face or anything, and my pimple heals really well as well. And I'm super obsessed with the scent of this. It just smells like lemongrass and honey. Just really calming and nice, I guess, and also kind of uplifting, so I really like it. Moving on to my next skincare favorites, I've got some facial wipes. These are from InnisFree, and they are the Green Barley Multi Cleansing Tissue. Prior to using this, I was using their olive oil version of their cleansing wipes, and I really liked it. Funny thing was that I just picked it up randomly because I felt like the packaging looked really nice, so I picked it up and I ended up really liking it. But that one's a little bit smaller, and I think it's like slightly more expensive than this one. So after I ran out of that, I decided to try out this one, and it works the same, I feel like, and I really like it. It's basically makeup removers, and the reason why I like them so much is because I feel like one sheet is kind of thin, and when you look at it, it looks kind of small compared to other like facial wipes that you get in the market or anything. But it really does clean out every single makeup on your skin, and including waterproof mascara. And that's what I really like about these cleansing wipes, is that they really remove all your makeup. And even though each sheet is really thin, I've never like torn any of it before. Like, they're still really strong, and if you have dry skin, I really recommend you to try out the olive one because it's really moisturizing, and if you want to, you can just leave it on after you have wiped your face. You can leave like the essence on your face if you want to. Personally, I have oily skin, so I definitely have to wash it off, but I really like the feeling of how moisturizing it is because I feel like while cleansing, I'm also moisturizing my skin. These are very inexpensive as well. I think this whole pack is like $11, so it's not very expensive. My last skincare favorite is a scrub, and it is LUSH Ocean Salt Face and Body Scrub. So I've heard some reviews saying that this scrub is a little bit too much for them, too exfoliating for them, and too rough. Personally, I love a good scrub. I love those that I can really feel it exfoliating my skin and just cleansing everything out. That's what I like, and I feel like this is really one. And if you feel like this scrub is too rough for your skin, you can just make your face more damp, and it will really help to make this scrub a lot more gentle. I also believe it contains organic limes to help brighten up my skin because I have dull skin and I hate having dull skin, so having something to brighten up my face, it's definitely a good thing for me. If I have to say one thing that I don't really like about this product, probably is the smell. I think it's because of the lime, just gives it a very sour-ish smell, and I personally don't really like that. So we're moving on to makeup products. The first makeup item I have is an eyeshadow palette. This is one I've been using non-stop, and that is TooFaced Sweet Peach palette. I have no regrets on purchasing this one. I freaking love it. This is my very first TooFaced palette, and I've never really gone for TooFaced eyeshadow palettes because I don't know, I'm just not really into them, but this is really good, and this is a really highly raved popular eyeshadow palette, and I get why it is. I really like the peach shades. If you are into pinks and peaches, this is definitely an eyeshadow palette that you have to get. I've been using this non-stop, like seriously. Every single time I put eyeshadow on, I have this palette on my eyes, including right now. I just love like 90% of the shades in this palette. I don't use like the greens and the purples and this really dark blue, but the rest of the shades are really nice, and I feel like they just go very well together, and it's just so easy to create an eye look just using this palette. Another important point is that it smells like peaches, and it's really important because it's really nice. It's a really nice fragrance, really nice scent, and like I cannot be in a bad mood when I'm applying my eyeshadows because this just makes me feel good and just sweet and light and everything, and I love this palette. Another eyeshadow I've been using is this one from Etude House, and this is from their Look at My Eyes range, and this is in the shade Cupid Love Heal. So this is basically an orangey shade, but it has like golds and pink like shimmery flakes inside, and I just feel like this shade goes really well with this eyeshadow palette. Like, I'm always using them together. I like using the shade either as like the main shimmer shade or just under my lower lash line to give it a little bit shimmer, and it's just really pretty. It looks like peach, and I'm obsessed with peach. My next two favorites are makeup brushes, and they are both from Tarte's Magic Wand brush set, and they are these two brushes right over here. So if you guys didn't know, the Magic Wand brush set contains a total of 5 brushes, so these are my two new favorite brushes. The first one is this brush, and I think it's a contouring brush, and I've never had this kind of brush before. It's just like a really flat and dense brush. So how I do my contour with this brush, I basically sort of draw a parallel line to my cheekbones, as in like under my cheekbones, and then I just sort of blend it out after that, and I feel like this is really good to create that very defined line, so it gives a more defined contour. Previously I've been using this really old angled brush, and it just goes all over the place. Like, I don't mind it, but this is definitely more defined than using this fluffy old angled brush. The next brush is this powder brush, and the powder brush I've been using is this one from Zoeva, and I didn't really like this powder brush, I feel like, because it's not fully soft. Like sometimes it still pricks my face a little bit, and it's very non-flexible. Like it's very stiff. Like I'm not sure if you can see, but it's really stiff. So whenever I try and swirl around my powders, it just causes a lot of fallouts. This one on the other hand is super soft, and it's just really flexible as well. I'm not sure if you can tell, but yeah, it's really flexible and it's really soft. It doesn't like poke my face or anything. And whenever I swirl it around my compact powders, it doesn't cause a lot of fallouts. In fact, everything just goes very well onto the brushes. The bristles. Yeah, so that's why I really like this brush, and yeah, it's just really soft. Another thing that I love about these brushes are how pretty they look. I really like the colored bristles as well as this really pretty unicorn horn handle. So my last favorite is a candle. It is Bath & Body Works Stress Relief Anti-Stress Candle. So I actually got this as a gift last Christmas. I put it into my wish list and I got it, so thank you. So I actually have been burning this ever since I've got it, but I kind of stopped in between because I was just too lazy to burn candles, I feel like. So I stopped in between, and then recently I've been starting to burn it again because I felt like I wasn't sleeping well and I couldn't fall asleep fast. This just makes me fall asleep really fast, and it just smells really relaxing and calming, and just really like it. If you have a really small room like I do, this can be a little bit strong, like too strong. As you can see, it is a 3-wick candle, so yeah, the smell can get really strong and overpowering. So I don't really burn this for too long, but if you have a larger room, then this should be perfect. So those are my April favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you like this sort of favorites video, please hit the like button so I'll know, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye!